Are you living the life you deserve, the magical and fulfilling existence that you truly want? Do you wake up every day with a feeling of joy, happiness, and excitement? Or has your journey been difficult, exhausting, and even boring? Do you feel like you're stressed out, running from one thing to the next without any sense of purpose or meaning? I understand. You feel like you're playing catch-up every day, and no matter how hard you work, you never get the rewards you deserve. The dream home, the sense of purpose, a close family, the passionate love life. You know that these things exist, but they all seem to go to other people instead of you. Would you like to experience the life you really want, a life full of purpose and excitement? Here's the good news. It's not only possible, but it's your destiny. The fact that you're watching this video right now means that you're about to discover the pinnacle of your journey, the culmination of everything you've ever experienced, and the one scientifically proven secret to unlocking your life's full potential. Whether you want to change your relationships, find a new love, create a life of abundance, or simply create enough wealth to pay off credit card debts and build your dream home, you can do it. And even though I had to literally die in order to find the answer, I'm going to give you a simple tool that allows your brain to realign itself with your goals, dreams, and passion, transforming your life in just moments. And all you have to do is click one button, because your transformation will happen automatically without years of meditation or even a difficult online course. It'll unlock your mind's potential for change, creating the life you deserve quickly and easily. Right now, I'm going to reveal to you exactly how this is not only possible, but scientifically proven to work. Starting in 3, 2, 1. My fellow spiritual being, I have a message to share with you from deep beyond the known universe, from the eternal source of truth, a place you've known of all your life and may have even connected with during rare moments of deep meditation and prayer. You've heard the stories where your spirit escapes your physical body, and for that moment, that precious and cherished moment, you are one with the entire universe, all the love and happiness in existence, and even the Creator. But what if I told you there was not only a way to access that synchronized state of oneness at will, but to begin using it to transform your financial future starting in the next 24 hours? You see, dear one, you were guided to this page by something far greater than yourself today. A divine message that's been eagerly awaiting your arrival. So listen carefully and don't miss this celestial gift that just landed like a butterfly right there in the palm of your hand. What is this divine message, you may wonder? A message so special and transformative, it has the potential to change your life within minutes of harnessing it, and change everything you think you know about the universe, almost overnight. A message that can unshackle you from the money struggles, the unfulfilling relationships, the low self-confidence, the deep-rooted hurt and past traumas, and replace it with abundance, affluence, and new wealth. The message is simple, and one you may already know deep down inside. And the message is this: you are dreaming. Your world, your experiences, your thoughts and emotions, everything you know is in fact all just a dream. And if this has shocked you to hear, ask yourself this: do you dream at night? Do you? Indulge me for a moment, because this is very important. The truth is, you dream almost every single night as you fall asleep, whether you can remember these dreams or not. But how exactly is it possible that you rarely even notice? Have you ever experienced a dream that feels so real, so detailed, so authentic that you had to wake up to realize it was actually just a dream? Then you know the power of this magical place, only found in peaceful slumber. In your dreams, you're building entire worlds like an architect designing the Empire State Building. Only in this dream state, There are no rules. The laws that govern us on this earth simply don't apply. You're able to move around the world you design at will, shape-shifting. You're able to experience the world in third person, like watching a movie that you're in control of. You can become a successful artist, accumulate wealth, buy your dream home, or simply walk carefree on an exotic island, free from worries about bills and credit cards. You're able to do and be things you only imagined of in your conscious reality. Because in your dreams, you truly are limitless. And in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you how you can access the very same power of your limitless dream state while being fully awake and present in your everyday reality. A secret so powerful, it's used by the world's most powerful billionaires and spiritually enlightened beings alike. A secret that allows you to give perfect instructions to the universe for how much of your limitless fortune you wish to tap into. And the universe delivers. I had to survive a freak accident to discover this myself. But you, my friend, you won't have to go through any of that. You get to skip ahead to the banquet of celestial treats that are just around the corner. A healthy and radiant body you're proud to show off in even the most crowded of rooms. That ability to call to light the perfect relationship where both people feel admired and loved. Enough money not to ever feel the stress of making a living or paying your bills ever again. I'm talking real money. Cash that you can withdraw from an ATM that only came into being because you wished for it to be so. Like wishing on a shooting star. Except these shooting stars don't just pass once in a blue moon, they fly by every night. How much will you wish for tonight? $100 to get your hair done? $500 to whisk you and your partner away to a lover's retreat? $1,000, $5,000 or more to finally take that all-inclusive Hawaii vacation that you've been dreaming of for years. Now, I'll explain exactly how this miraculous connection to the other realm works in the next few minutes. So please, my fellow spiritual one, keep listening closely. You're destined to receive this message, this calling. Now, I don't know how long this video will be online, so if you leave and come back, don't be too surprised if it's gone. Today is your day to hear this. Are you ready? Because it's finally time for you to discover the vibrational phenomenon, what many are calling the mind of God. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Paul Thomas, a professional life coach, yoga practitioner, and a deep believer in destiny. More importantly, I'm about to take you by the hand on a magical journey to awaken your true potential for unlimited abundance in just 10 minutes a day. I stumbled upon this beautiful secret many years ago after a series of unfortunate events had me draw a line in the sand and start to rewrite the story of my life. I had somehow ended up in corporate America, working 45 hours a week doing compliance for an insurance company. Every day, I'd drag myself into work. I'd sit with a stack of papers and a ballpoint pen and have to check every single sentence for mistakes. My only salvation? The 6 minutes I'd get in the morning to drink an overpriced coffee before becoming a robot for the rest of the day. I hated it. The environment was negative, the conversations were shallow, and every day I'd wake up knowing that this huge part of my life that was draining my energy was barely keeping the lights on. I had a stack of papers sitting on my living room coffee table, about as tall as the stack in work, and it would weigh in the back of my mind, haunting me as I went about my day. Bills, late payments, unpaid taxes. I knew that if I didn't figure things out soon, my life was going to get real bad real quick. And that's exactly what happened. In one fell swoop, it all came crashing down. Our entire department was being let go. They were replacing us with an overseas company, and we had 2 weeks before every person in the office had to find a new job. A wave of terror washed over me as reality started to sink in. The mountain of bills at home that was at the back of my mind was now front and center. and I was starting to panic. I remember thinking, this is the worst day of my life. But when I arrived home, my problems escalated. I was greeted by an eviction notice pinned to my front door. Amongst the pile of unpaid bills in my living room were a number of letters warning me that another missed payment was grounds for immediate eviction. And I missed the payment. The baby elephant in the room that I'd been ignoring for months had finally grown up into an angry beast and was now destroying my life. I fell on the couch and stared at the floor as the weight of the situation became too much for me to bear. I had nobody to call, I didn't have anyone to talk to, the pressure was so heavy that I was on the verge of giving up. Little did I know this was the universe preparing me for what was about to come. Something that literally killed me, leaving me clinically dead for almost 10 minutes. You see, at this point, my life was in shambles. I'd just spent the last money I had on a winter jacket that would prepare me for the cold nights on the street. When out of the blue, I got a call from my cousin. He had inherited a small chain of motels a few years back and was in town celebrating the opening of his new motel just off the highway from where I lived. After telling him about what had happened to me, he offered to let me stay in a room that hadn't yet been furnished at the motel until things started picking up. I looked at the digital clock on the bedside cabinet. The time read 11:11. And that night, fate took the wheel. I was feeling terrible. My cousin did his best to cheer me up, but I couldn't take my mind off how my life was panning out. Somehow, I ended up at rock bottom with no idea of how I'd turn things around. The night dragged on, and by 2:45 a.m., we decided it was time to depart. My cousin called a friend to drive us home. We got in and started making our way back to the motel. I rolled down the window, closed my eyes, and for a moment, I actually felt good. I'd totally forgotten that my life was falling apart. For a split second, it was like every worrying thought that was going through my mind just went silent. And in that very moment, we crashed. I was thrown through the windshield at 75 miles per hour, hit the ground, and for a brief period of time, I was no longer alive. What happened next makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. During that time, I was having an out-of-body experience. I was seeing what I can only imagine to be the afterlife. And it was the most beautiful, peaceful, loving place you can imagine. All of my problems were gone. My stress about money, my feelings of self-hatred and self-doubt, my longing for meaning in this life, it all vanished, and I was surrounded by an infinite bounty of love. I remember feeling the boundaries of my existence evaporate as I welcomed in an ocean of possibility and promise. What was the universe about to tell me? I felt the pressure build as the voice of God was about to grace my ears, when in an instant, it was gone. The paramedics shocked me back to life, and I was back in my body. When I recovered and returned to the wreckage of my life a few months later, I became obsessed with understanding what had happened to me. I thought surely there's someone on this planet that could help me recreate that feeling so that I could regain access to the message I was just moments from receiving. I started seeing signs shortly after, incredibly clear signs that told me that if I just kept searching, I'd find the answers I was looking for. That was when the next chapter of my life presented itself to me. Let me share with you the man who truly awakened me to this divine secret. Jonathan is a neuroscientist who focuses much of his time studying spirituality. We met at a conference on how the brain works that was being hosted in the city center a few weeks after my out-of-body experience. Jonathan had been working for years trying to unlock the brainwave patterns of this altered state and was on the verge of a big breakthrough that he wanted me to be a part of. A breakthrough that would take me across to the other side of the world, deep into the Himalayan mountains, and throw us into a new life filled with overwhelming financial success. I spent time mastering guided meditation techniques alongside spiritual leaders and seasoned monks. And I learned to meditate like a true spiritual